Hey guys, I'm Chef Loup. Welcome to the first episode of In the Loop, Arizona. We're going to take you on a tour of Arizona's best known eateries and maybe introduce you to some that you don't even know about. Today we're at Posh, a restaurant found in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're going to meet with Chef Josh Hebert. He's going to take us on a tour of the kitchen and show us around the restaurant. We're going to sit down, we're going to have a little something to eat and drink. So come on in and let's get the show started. So we're here at Posh Restaurant with Chef Josh. Thank you for having us here. I guess first question that we have as an audience is, why'd you name your restaurant after one of the Spice Girls?
Why did I name my restaurant after one of the Spice Girls? Well, because she's super hot. No, I liked Posh because I got some advice from an owner I worked for previously, and the best advice was don't ever name it after yourself because everyone's going to assume that you have to be there all the time in order to do anything. And if you ever want a day off, don't do it. I like the term posh because it kind of stands for the British term for wealth or luxury, but it also is a one-off from my name, which is Josh. So it made sense to me to just go Posh, and now people call me Posh Josh. So you reap what you sow, so to speak.
So it's a good thing.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be here 24/7, even though you are. I guarantee that's the way that
22/7, really.
How long has the restaurant been around?
The restaurant has been here in Optima for 4.5 years. We opened on New Year's Eve in 2008. And so 2009 was our first full year of business. And growing, beating the bad economy, and impressing people for 4.5 years. So it's been great, a really great run.
And your hours, I mean, they stay consistent. You were open till...
Tuesday to Saturday, starting at 5 o'clock. We stop seating at 9 o'clock during the week and 10 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays.
So that's about the restaurant. Let's hear a little bit about you. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in North Scottsdale when it looked like Gilbert looks now, where it's kind of like housing development, nothing for 7 miles, housing development, nothing for 7 miles. Loved it. My mother still lives in the house that I grew up in. And I have always really enjoyed the area. I love the heat. I love the golf. I love the people. When I was in my 20s, I split. I went to San Francisco for about 6 years, ended up in Tokyo for a year and a half, and then came back in 2003 and have just I've been around town, worked for a lot of great people, worked for some of my mentors twice, as a matter of fact. And then in 2007, at the end of 2007, really decided it was time to do my own thing. So it took about a year to get the money and get the location and build and get everything settled. So we are where we are and we do what we do now.
Now, did you go to culinary school?
I did not.
Did not.
School of Hard Knocks.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. I personally say that some of the best cooks I've ever worked for, worked with, never went to culinary school. How long have you been in the restaurant business? How long have you been doing this?
I started cooking at home when I was about 11 and in restaurants when I was 16. I got my start at a little neighborhood kind of corporate Italian restaurant always with an eye on fine dining. Right. And so right when Tarbell's opened at the end of 1994, I hustled my way and talked my way into that kitchen and worked there for almost 6 years the first time. And it was absolutely fabulous experience, the best thing to have at that age. Mark is an incredible mentor, incredibly talented and smart man. And so much so that after my time in San Francisco and Japan, I came back in 2003 and I worked for him again for another year. That was as fabulous of an experience as you can get. So,
now would you consider him definitely one of the major influences in
absolutely,
your career?
both culinary-wise and business-wise too.
Right.
Because he runs a fabulous restaurant. He's fabulous customers and guests of his restaurant. And when you look at if you consider it a family tree, so to speak, of people who, the next generation who own their own restaurants and work in kitchens and work here and there, Mark Tarbell's branches of his family tree with some of his former employees are probably bigger than anyone else in town. You know, you have Scott and Katie Stevens from Beckett's Table. You just kind of go back and forth. Jennifer from Jennifer's Catering. When you look at Paul Steele, who's the chef of all the restaurants up at DC Ranch and Mirabelle and everything, there's a really, really big footprint and imprint on everybody who's gone through his kitchen. So
exactly, and he's definitely one of the so to speak founding fathers of the food scene here in the Scottsdale, Phoenix
Correct.
area. So let's talk about the menu. The menu basically 5 courses all the way up to 15
or so.
15 or so courses. Small portions, which, so don't get scared off when you hear 15 courses. You're not going to be rolling out of here. Okay, this isn't the smorgasbord. Nice, clean, small portions.
Smaller portions, definitely health conscious, but not. That's not the main focus. Portion control is really important, especially when you're having 15 courses, right? I mean,
Right.
Come on. But what we're looking to do is create a seasonal tasting menu avoiding your dislikes. So when you sit down at Posh, you get a little slip of paper that kind of looks like a sushi bar menu. At the top, you choose how many courses you would like and whether or not you would like your dinner paired with wine.
Wine, of course.
And then below that's a list of all the different ingredients we have. Take a pen, cross off anything at least you're not interested in having. And then at the bottom, there's a little extra space to give us any other general dislikes. If you don't like olives or goat cheese, you're allergic to shrimp, something along those lines. And the kitchen takes those and we'll create a seasonal tasting menu avoiding all of your dislikes. So we usually kind of try to strike a nice balance between fish and meats, but if you don't eat meat, we'll do all fish. If you don't eat fish, we'll do all meat. It's kind of adjustable and easily kind of paired to every diner, and to have a really nice, relaxing evening where you focus on just great flavors. Dinnertainment, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, your website is?
www.poshscottsdale.com.
Okay. And any big events coming up in the fall or anything going on?
I would look for Restaurant Week. I would log on to the restaurant's Facebook page and the Twitter, which is Posh Restaurant on Twitter. We do, once a month, we do ramen nights. We do like authentic Japanese ramen. It's later on in the evening, but that's a can't miss. It's usually pretty full. So those are good events. And all the other events that we do, whether it's a wine dinner, a special pairing dinner, or whether we have white truffles for 2 days, whether we have a certain type of shark or seafood for 2 days, we always post that stuff on Facebook and Twitter. And so if you follow along, you can see what the newest and most interesting thing going on at Posh is at any given time.
Sounds great.
Yeah, absolutely. Including new wines and new interesting vintages of fun things.
So your summertime hours are basically the same as your fall winter hours, correct?
Exactly. We're open Tuesday to Saturday starting at 5 o'clock. We seat until 9 p.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we seat until 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Excellent. And one more thing, what are we drinking here today?
We're drinking a little 2010 Adelsheim Pinot Noir from Oregon. Nice vintage, bright fruit, real luscious, very food friendly. Not too bad in the hot weather either, because it's not overly alcoholic and over the top with oak or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
Cheers.
Thank you, Chef.
My pleasure.
Thank you for your time. And if you're looking for somewhere great to eat, whether it's Tuesday through Sunday or Saturday, you said?
Saturday, correct.
Saturday, come on down, Posh. Chef Josh will take good care of you.
Sit right here at the counter with me.
Exactly. Warm my seat. Save it for me. All right. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.